Sketch the graph of f of x equals 1 minus 2 times the quantity x plus 3 squared. Recognizing that this has a parent graph of y equals x squared, and we know that y equals x squared is a parabola concave up. We will perform a series of transformations of functions to sketch this graph. First, the horizontal shift. We will shift the graph horizontally to the left 3 units. What this means is that we will start with the graph of y equals x squared and we'll shift it to the left 3 units. Next, we will apply a vertical stretch by a factor of 2. We will multiply every y value by 2 by keeping the same x values. And then we will reflect the result over the x-axis because the negative in front of the number 2 will flip the graph upside down. And then after that, we will shift the graph vertically by 1 unit, up 1 unit. We start with the graph of y equals x squared with a few special points. When x equals to 0, y equals to 0. When x equals 1, y equals 1. When x equals negative 1, y equals 1. When x equals 2, y equals 4. And when x equals negative 2, y equals 4. By performing the transformation, we have, instead of the point x equals 0, y equals to 0, we will move this point to x equals negative 3, y equals 0. Again, we move this graph horizontally to the left 3 units. At the point 1, 1, we move it to the left 3 units. So 1, 2, 3. We end up at the point negative 2, 1. For the point x equals negative 1, y equals 1, we move it to the left 3 units, 1, 2, 3, and so we arrived at the point negative 4, 1. Similarly, for the point x equals 2, y equals 4, we will move it to the left 3 units, and so with the same y value, x is now at negative 1. And at the point x equals negative 2, y equals 4, we move it to the left 3 units. And x equals negative 2, if we were to move to the left 3 units, then we end up with x equals negative 5. But the y values are the same. This is the first transformation for this x plus 3 part inside the squared. Next, we will stretch the graph by a factor of 2. This means at any point, we will take the y value and multiply by 2. At this point, when y equals 0, 0 times 2 is 2. At this point, when y equals 1, 1 times 2 is 2. At this point, when y equals 1, 1 times 2 is 2. At this point, when y equals 4, 2 times 4 is 8. So it is all the way up here. Similarly, by symmetry, we will have y equals 8 somewhere over here. And we will draw a curve, a parabola, if you recall, through these points. We will flip this graph vertically about the x-axis, and so now it will look something like this down here. And then finally we move it up by 1 unit, and so with the same curve, but we will take everything and we move it up 1 unit. We'll end up with the graph of y equals 1 minus 2 times the quantity x plus 3 squared.